Ronan. Well, hopefully we got the HUD correct. We do. 1-0 lead here to Pigeon Esports in the series. Second map, it's now Pigeon Esports' map pick. And it's going to be up to Nebula to try and claim it back into their favor. Attack side going to be started here for Pigeon Esports. And good luck, have fun, says the Pigeon Esports side. Nebula respond with tax saying thanks. Minimize doesn't want to shake his hand. He's a little bit germophobic, maybe. I'm sure Pigeon Esports mean well. See you at lane. We're getting into it. Of course, if you missed it, and I'd hate to. Iceland, the Reykjavik major, the Reykjavik Masters event. Very nice. Oh my god. A very nice shot from the hands of Massa. Already finding Minimize, and they're looking for a little bit more. On to a few more players. Devour now. Careful now. The molly comes out. Attack's going to be taken, though. The drop comes in. It's Mundy with a frenzy. It's a B-side take here for Pigeon Esports. Spike goes down. Very nicely planted. Shock dart, though. Doesn't land on any more. Just looking to peek on through, and they're going to be all found by Mundy. Beautiful on the frenzy to kick it off. First round pistol being taken by Pigeon Esports. Nebula might have bitten off more than they can chew in this series. Again, I speak about, you know, the Reykjavik Masters event. Again, applaud our Overlords and Sentinels. A clean 3-0 sweep of Fnatic in the grand finals of that event. And, you know, hopefully we see lands return soon for the rest of the region. Hopefully we see lands return here in AU especially. Love to see the wealth of, I guess, trash talk that comes out, but also the wealth of play that comes in from some of these players at lane. But I digress. Back to the game. It's going to be a wrap around, a rotate, Minimize up on the wall, right click. You're going to find another on a Snowy. Minimize. Okay. Getting a little bit antsy. Mazza going to enter in the site with his teammates. This is only an eco round again from the side of Nebula. And Minimize has already made it more than expensive. See the players chatting up a storm. Of course, we don't want to see it because we're very cautious of what they have to say. Mazza has a lot to say. He's looking for a little bit more. 3 on the board. Attacks. Going to be towards spawn. It's going to be a fault line comes out. Shot from Issa to close it. Now Jesse has retrieved respect. Oh my god, he's getting dinked immediately though. Mundy takes him low. Mazza takes him out. 4 on the round. 4 on the board. Another round goes to Pigeon Esports. 1 away from the knives already. 3 away from the fault line as well here from Mundy. This is a bit of an interesting one here. Mazza bringing his wealth of experience from the Paradox roster to now an unfamiliar name in Pigeon Esports, and second round goes their way, but it's bonus here for Nebula. They've got guns out, and they're going to want to find these kills. They're looking to go hunting early on. Mazza just going to opt for the Sheriff. If he finds 1 kill, then he finds himself a potential setup. Aldrin comes out. Royals pinged on it, though. It's going to spin his knife in the face of adversity. Calls for all the rotation from Devour. Cage goes up. Snowy. He's going to have his camera immediately tapped out. He's looking to go far and forward. He can hear the reload come in. The pre-fire. Backs off. Flash comes out. Devour sets it up perfectly for Royals to capitalize there. Mazza able to take it back. Has the knives now available. Has a gun he could retrieve if he wants to. He doesn't even need to use the knives here. Mundy. Cautious of the smoke. They can see the guns. They just really, really want them there. Mundy picks up 1. Mazza, he wants it too. Ronan's out the sight. The ghost. 2 to find. Minimize. Gonna be trying finding himself a hefty little flank in just a second. Ronan. Line up to check him. He turns away. Minimize. Wrap around. Spawn. Smoke. Only 1 available. Fault line after Flashpoint comes out here. Updraft comes in. Minimizes on the longest flank of a lifetime. Spike goes down. Here it is. Minimize in the opportune moment to flank. He is going to see one on Amazzi. He's not going to go for the trigger discipline. He sees Mundy too. He takes him out. Ronan now in the U-Haul. Wall goes up. That goes for the combat. Minimize up on the wall, takes him out. Nebula successfully deny a bonus here from Pigeon Esports. They got Spike down. They got money though. To the credit on Pigeon Esports, they've got plenty going into this next round. It's going to be up to Nebula to try and hold it down. Guns out. Mazza going to be pulling out the operator early on. Really wants to go for these early duels here. One away from the fault line. The Rolling Thunder, sorry. From Mundy. To the res available for Minimize. 2 away from the Hunter's Fury as well for Issa. Pretty close in ultimates. 2 away from Run It Back. Nebula, though, very stacked up for this take, and they're going to be seeing it. Ronan sees over the top, though. Ronan's going to be taken out. And now player Issa in the smoke. He's got his knife out. Keep your gun, sir. Rez comes in. And that was a very valiant push. Didn't even need to burn the Run It Back from Devour. He now has it available. Rotation over, very nicely timed from Tax. It's the first shot. Camera goes in the U-Haul. Camera goes down. Mazza looking for the shot. He is the teleporter. He knows there's a player hot on his trail in just a second. It's holding for the timing though. He's the only one left. Trying to isolate Duels and Nebula. Take themselves a second. Operator going to be picked up by Tax. No bonus. No third round buy being stolen by Pigeon Esports. I have to say, Bind, a pretty comfortable map for a team like Nebula. I believe a 70-something% win rate overall on this map. Or 60. It's a high 60s, low 70s, I believe. And for the side of Pigeon.
Stay out of my home.
2-2 even score line. Knives pops. Teleporter take, and Devourer's going deep with this Run It Back. Looking for a first initial kill. He spots a second there. Issa on the drone. They take out Mundy as well. They take the teleporter. They take it all. They take him dead to right. Another teleport taken. 2 players left. Ronan looking for the peekaboo with the sheriff shots. Issa gonna find one. And he's the only one left. Gun being picked up. Phantom stolen by Issa. Now 1v3. We've seen quite a clutch performance from him. Paint shells learn point blank. He's looking for Tax, though. Tax is sneaking up. Shots come through. It's the wallbang to close it from Tax. It's a 3, and it's a 3 on the board for Nebula. Very well played around, though, for the side of Pigeon. They stole away a few guns. They secured themselves some more ultimate points too. 1 away from the neural theft, 1 away from the orbital strike. Rolling Thunder, Hunter's Fury available. Tax pings. Showstopper available for him. Orbital Fury. The side of Nebula. He is pinging a hefty amount. Judge is here. Let's ping the dart. He's trying to go for early recon. Showstopper ball lands point blank. Traded 1 for 1 here. Jesse trying to put the Judge into play, but it's Mazza to take that kill. Dash is front and forward. He has a gun now to work with. Rels has the operator back sight. He's been wall banged out. He's been taken dead to right by Mazza. Now it's 2 left alive. It's minimizing the flank again. Mundy expects it. Looking that way to a U-Haul. They stack themselves up. Minimize though. Isolates a duel on a Ronan. Tosses out the slow orb. Tucks himself away. Devour. This is his opportunity to play. Mundy's taken out again. Minimize. Bouncing around this short play. Smoke goes down. Issa needs to be cautious. Minimizes on the long flank. Issa, though, looking for the peek. He finds Devour head dead right. Peek comes out from Minimize. It's now the 1v1. Minimize versus Mazza. Tap comes on the spike. Mazza's just playing for the time. Going to have to be the half tap, and Mazza wins it out. 3-3. Mazza again in a clutch scenario. He comes up big on the 3K. He comes up big again here for Pigeon Esports. They find themselves a third. They find themselves the money. But they don't have all too much here. They have a few ultimates to expend. They expended a few ultimates here from the side of Nebula. I believe the orbital strike was put in play. So it was a showstopper. Mazza, again, 10-3. This man does do no wrong. The side of Pigeon Esports. Snowy doesn't actually have a gun. This is a bit of an interesting circumstance. That's going to scan Issa. He's going to scan one back in return. Orbital being held out by Ronan for the moment. And he's going to orbital U-Haul. I expect him to plant that immediately. As soon as Pigeon want to go for this take. And there it is. Orbital immediately to the U-Haul. They find Devour. They find him dead to Riot. Very nicely timed and very nicely played on the take. Hunter's Fury now being put into play here by Jesse. He's trying to line up some shots. He does find the tag on a Ronan. But they need to be cautious. Neural Theft spots Royals. He's stuck in shower. Pete comes out from Tax. He's taken out by Massa though. Teleport taken. 2 players on the lurk. One has the fault line. Jesse trying to get in the sight. Aftershock comes out. They take out one into Issa. And try and take themselves into the site. Mundy, though, is holding for the util. Just holding for the push. Flash out comes. Concussion comes in as well. They have Mazza high on the ground. They have now the spike being tapped. The Rolling Thunder comes into play. He sees one. Mazza can't quite find the shots. This is the counter strike. That's not how you spray a gun. Rotation comes around from Minimize. He needs to be cautious. Mundy trying to fight the good fight. And though the post plant has been won, kills go the way. Snowy, he's going to fall to the spike. Jesse to save it in spawn. It's 4th round though to Pigeon Esports. And they put Nebula in a bit of a rough scenario though. They're still going to force into it. They still have the money to purchase. But Pigeon, they're starting to string these rounds together very convincingly. Nice orbital on the entry from Ronan. And that's all you can really want from a Brimstone player. It would seem Pigeon have been doing a little bit more work behind the scenes than we would have thought. Mazza coming in this evening. I didn't know who to expect on this ex-Bandits roster. But Mazza, he's been doing his bit very successfully. Wire goes up. They take the teleporter. 2 are going to be sitting in the back of it. This leaves B completely open if the side of Pigeon want to take it. Be a smart call from them. Flash comes out. Our drone comes in. Paint shells 2 to follow it up, potentially. Dax is looking for warning shots. East is looking for this first kill. Rels tucked convincingly in the back of shower. Will be darted out. Will be reconned. I now know where each other lie in wait. Still see Nebula. They lie in wait. Rotation going to be called from Jesse. This is a little bit over eager for the side of Nebula. They have pulled their players over too little. Early shot. Mazza finds it. Royals. And now the smokes go up. The A site. Hunter's Fury being popped by Issa. Goes for the jump shot too. He's trying to land it, sink it point blank. And Mundy sinks the shot point blank. There's still a player in Ural to deal with. Molly denies it. Player on the short play. Oh my god, wall bang from Mazza. Doesn't miss right now. Needs to be cautious though. Pete comes in. Green box minimize. Goes for the res too. This is going to be up to Mundy. Sorry, this is Ronan and Snowy. In this U-Haul position. Dark comes out. Minimize takes the first. Snowy now needs to play for the time. He needs to play for the peak. He's going to isolate it. Minimize with a wrap. It pays off 4-4. Nebula put this game back in their hands at an even score line. And still a crazy close game for both sides. Neither wanting it to give it up all too early. Pigeon. Oh, sorry. That was a bit of a blunder. I didn't mean to press that button. That was my alt tab. And of course, this is Nebula's. Sorry, this is Pigeon's map pick. This is Nebula's answer. Op out from minimize. Missed opportunity, a missed shot. Wall goes down. Immediately shot out. Immediately backing off. Smart call. Mundy is going to be spotted. Knives have been popped by Mazza. Teleport taken. Shot landed. They're in a world of hurt right now. Jesse lining him up. Until going to be taken by 2. Snowy and Issa on the way out. They're trying to get themselves a spike plant. Snowy needs to get his gun out in just a second. There's a player in the corner. Do they expect it? They have not checked it. Snowy goes for a little bit of a cheeky short peek. Spike looked to be planted. Issa's caught out in the open. Tax finds the kill. He fires off some shots. Nebula take 5 on the board. That was only an eco for the side of Pigeon Esports, though. 4 to 5. Strong defense side, though, being put up by Minimize. Definitely needed that short little break that we had in between maps. He's looking back onto it this evening. Looking back onto it overall are the side of Pigeon Esports, though. Wall immediately goes out. You can see they're playing with the teleporter quite a bit for the side of Nebula. Valorant. Toss up the wall. It's the Blaze to come in. Does still have the hot hands. Oh no, he's got the curveball. Sorry, not the hot hands. Forgot my abilities. Forgive me, it's been quite a bit. So he's in the back of the teleporter. Did give the spike over to Mundy. He had the spike initially. This is a ton of pressure here trying to be applied towards B-Long. Ronan caught with the gun out. He's caught with the smoke in hand, though. It's traded immediately by 2 players. Now they have to try and find their way into this site. Snowy is going to toss out the camera. He's looking for the player. He spots Tax now in the tube. Fault line comes out. He's blind to right. He's dead to right. Snowy looking for the shots. Orbital comes in. Issa snuck his way forward. Jesse now 1v3. Spike hasn't gone down. That's a rotate. Mundy, no! That's Spike! Jesse with the sharpest shot I've ever seen with the Sheriff. A cheeky little flick of the wrist. And the teleporter was taken. Now Mazda is on the rotate out. He's on the rotate. He's dead. Jesse now needs to rotate over to A. 10 seconds on the clock. Issa needs to get this spike down. He's in hot pursuit. Jesse has the operator, but he doesn't really need it when his secondary's hitting him all right now. The spike goes down, but it's not the time they needed. Jesse. Well played. Absolutely gargantuan shots being landed with that Sheriff. And that's going to be rounds given up here. Sova difference in the chat. Jesse on massive. 6 on the board. Nebula back in the driver's seat of this game. And this could be potentially looking for 7 rounds for the side of Nebula. They have an eco to deal with. He's going to be going for the out drone. He's going to go for the recon. They know Minimize is now tucked behind this wall. They're going to have to shoot it all out. They know. He's trying to play in a cheeky little off angle. Camera goes up. Flash comes in. Those shots landed and shots missed on the opportunity. Very quick. Neural theft. Now they know. They're over towards B side. Rotate. Teleported taking calls immediately. And call to action. Sheriff is better than Vandal for the moment. Now they're going to have to deal with a few players in just a second. Spikes. They're at the site though. Hunter's Fury being popped. Tax pops the showstopper. He's on for a party, but he is going to be taken out a little bit too early on the kick-ons. Royals. Now they take the teleporter. They're out here. Snowy is still in this site. Could be finding Jesse in just a second. We'll find it. And Royals. He sees the wire in front of him. He's going to tap it. Snowy's just going to play close. He can hear the rotation call. He's going to go for the pre-fire, though. Missed opportunity from the shots. Still going to play close range. Tries to bait it, though. Snowy. It's feeling a little bit chilly in here because Pigeon are ice cold.
Last round in the half.
Who would have thought birds of a feather flock together? Pigeon Esports find themselves 5. Snowy finds himself 3 in that round alone on the eco. 2 at that A site. Secures gun for these final round of the half. This could be going to 6-6. If Nebula aren't able to stabilize here. Looking to push towards the shower line. Run it back used. Dart comes out. Issa. He's going to send the Aldrin out. Goes for the take flight. Spike. It's a Mundy. They have to be awfully careful though. Nebula are looking to approach this position. Firing forward. Mazza. Probably not the angle he wants to peek from. Taken out by the stim of Royals. You can't really fight those fights against a Brimstone. Minimize. Could be an all crucial timing. Paint shells tap. Minimize takes 1. And Jesse takes Issa on the lurk. Over towards this B site they go. Hunters rolling thunder actually tossed out. Shots missed from Devour. Mundy though not going to expect Royals tucked in the corner. It was almost doable there. Very unfortunate from the side of Pigeon Esports. And now the sides are swapped. Nebula takes 7 in the half to Pigeon's 5. Unfortunate circumstance and I guess a resurgence now here for Tax. He's 10-8. He's looking to play for keeps. As we look at the scoreboard, we explore it a little bit more. 14-7. Maz is still doing damn good on his promise. He said, Tony, keep your eye out. Pretty good at this video game. 9-9 for Issa. 7-9 to Mundy. It's been a bit of a quiet one from Ronan. Now to this second half. It's going to be Nebula attack. Pigeon defense. Dart pings 1. It doesn't know. There is so many players here. In just a second, they're going to peek off the flash opportunity. Fault line comes. It's going to be the first from Snowy. Second from Issa. And now they're trying to peek into it. They're going to lose their lives. All to Issa and to Mazza. Huge round there. Pistol. Nebula, they give it up. Go for the long take, and it appears Pigeon, they know how pistols are up to played. This is a bit of an unfortunate, seems. Aries. How to come out from Mundy. SVK, if you couldn't already tell, is Mundy. An LGBT ZRXIA, Black Lives Matter, is of course Mazza. You probably worked that out though. I'd imagine you guys are smart. Smarter than me at least. You'd understand what's going wrong. Smokes come up to this B site. Camera high from Snowy. Cage triggered. He sees a few in front of him. Wires have also been triggered. They spot minimize on the wall jump though. Snowy takes another in sight. Issa with his trademark judge. He gets another 2. Minimize. What do you do? 1v5. He finds the first on of Mundy. Just needs to isolate duel after duel. Needs to hit his shots though. Snowy takes it back in the hands of Pigeon Esports, and it's 7 now to 7. Nebula, they're crumbling under the pressure. They're feeling a little bit ticked off. And I feel, I guess, for the side of Pigeon Esports, this is a little bit of a safer comp on this defense side. They've got the one duelist in Jet, but they've got a ton of util. Brim, Breach, very good for holding off plants. Cypher, of course, very good at just holding down sites completely. Push come to shove, they're going towards shower. This is bonus round, of course, for Pigeon Esports. They're gonna find that first initial kill. Issa gonna be dropping the judge. They're gonna be dropping the smokes, and they're gonna be on the way out. You know what I mean? To go for the wrap. Smokes in hand. Still 2 apiece at both sides. Spike and Link. They just need to find a first kill. Dax. Expect to see the paint shell. Snowy, you need to hold down your timing, sir. Judge long range from Mundy. Now looking for the shots close range on attacks. He will find it. Dinks him and then takes him out. Minimize takes a player over at A. Spike goes towards that way. Mundy with the blind. Peek. Oh, they're not going to expect it. Jesse holds. He knows that they want to pick a gun up. Mundy has picked up a gun, but the plant has been picked up here by Nebula. I have to say, bonus though is still pretty good here. Of course, there's still a third map potentially, if we get to see it. And if Nebula want to claim it, split in the pool. Mundy is going to be holding for some potential exits. He can hear minimize. He hears the shots, but he's not quite able to find him. Mundy, that's probably not what he wanted to go for too. If he saved that Vandal into the round, they would have been chuffed with themselves. They have money to buy though. Mundy, that's a bit over eager and a bit over zealous. If you don't know all too much about this Nebula roster and you've only just joined in, they're missing Dragon. Currently, he has left the roster of Nebula and they're looking to replace him still. They've got Devourer in this evening. Trying to put his name in the board, and for the moment, he's been doing relatively alright. It's hard shoes to fill. Camera taken out. Shots to come in. Paint shells to come out here. It's looking for this B site. The tripwire has been triggered. Shots to come in from the Judge. They're not going to land. Wallbang though from Snowy. He's not going to be knowing. Attacks is bounced across the site in front of him. Wall goes up. Shock darts come out. That's the recon. Goes for the recon. They didn't actually ping anyone. They were all hidden for the moment. Ronan sees the molly. He's looking for the shots on attacks though. See, Maz are cautious of a flank. He very much knows that Nebula try and go for it, but they're backing off. Issa can't quite get out and can't quite do the same. It's gonna be a save here for Pigeon Esports, and it's gonna be a ninth taken for Nebula. Might be going to a third. Potentially here. They're going for the push though. You can see all of them going through spawn. First found a second though. Shot missed opportunity. As it takes the opportunity he can. Needs to hold this heaven line. He misses the shot. He's going to be wallbanged on the box. No gun saved. No spirits high. Pigeon Esports going to drop that round and drop all their guns to Nebula. It's now 9-7. That's what you want to see if you're a Nebula fan. A little bit of a resurgence here from Minimize and Tax. So Minimize do it quite well in the last game. We saw nothing out of Tax. We're seeing a little bit more from him. Showstopper available. Orbital 2. Knives, as well as a push coming from Ronan. He's going to be caught on the out drone. He's going to be taken out. Ronan, a little bit out of sorts. No cloud burst. Knife straight to the face of Minimize. He's not going to be able to get to safety. Showstopper popped in front of Mundy. And you almost think the ultimate's probably not necessary. Judge forced into the round from Issa. Molly comes out. Paint shells land point blank. Oh my god, though. Issa with a run and gun. Looking for Rails. Won't find it. Still 2 taken away. And Nebula back in form. 10 rounds now on the board. Rosa asked to put him in. Tax down to offer his spot up to our lovely admin Rosa. And Pigeon, they're looking to offer up this game in just a second. If they lose this round, it's potentially all over. Nebula have the 4 in a row. They have a ton of confidence going into this. Now drone gonna be sent through B. Snowy caught on the rotate again. He isn't gonna be caught this time. It's gonna be Hunter's Fury found by Issa. Takes the tell, he gets to safety. Minimize is able to get out. Damage. Now this is very cautious here for Ronan. He's gonna be caught in the paint shells. He's gonna drop himself a stim. He's gonna back off. Still, anyone's round to take. Flash comes out. Jesse run and gunned. Runned and taken down. Attack spotted. Very nice kill. Rotation gonna be called. Pigeon. They're going all over to A. And for the side of Nebula, they're thinking about B still. 35 seconds. The over rotation to come in from Pigeon. They know it too. What has happened? Rez comes in. They know it. Now Mundy. Judge in hand. Needs to make some magic happen. Cage goes up. Caught one on the wire there. Snowy sees another. Sees them all in front of his eyes. Camera goes out. Pings minimize. Issa takes another. They're just holding down this site. Flawless defense. And they weren't even here to begin with on this B site. Nebula. They drop that round to Pigeon Esports. They'll take it. And now, for the side of Nebula, they drop this. It's eco territory and it's Pigeon looking to even it up. 10, 8, 8, 10, whichever way you read it. Still Nebula in the lead. Ultimates available for Snowy and Mundy. We've seen a very scarce game from Ronan. We saw a scarce game from Tax in the last one. He's been popping off. We're going to go far and forward. High position, though. Mazza takes the first kill. Dart comes out. They go towards this B site. Hunter's Fury now being popped by Jesse. Completely missed opportunity. Ronan has found himself an opportunity into the site, though. Wall goes high from Minimize. Shot as well onto Mazza. They're going to call for the rotation quickly, though. This is very, very nice from Snowy. He's holding his trigger. He knows that this is all on the cards. Gonna toss in a real theft. He sees Rels in front of him, though. Rels takes that kill. He finds a second onto Mundy. Now needs to find Ronan and Issa. Peek comes out. The tap comes in. Shot from Rels onto Issa. The Hunter's Fury in the orbital, sorry, goes in. Rels might have won this on the time. The shots alone. Ronan now to Peek. And the Peek comes in from Rels. That is massive. That's a clutch. A 1v4. Sharp taps. Game given. Round given up. Pigeon Esports. They give it up to the duels of Rels. And he just said, lol, what rank is this? I am awfully concerned. Pigeon Esports now under threats. Ronan types in chat, I don't know what my team's doing. Ronan, you can't really talk all too much. You're 5 and 15, sir. Peek. Dart. Snowy. Cautious. Issa. They know he likes to play this judge in this hookah spot. Paint shells come out. Flash high. Issa hasn't budged a muscle, though. Looking for the shot. He's going to find it point blank. One shot is all that's needed from a judge like that. Mundy looking to put the judge of his into play, too. Ball goes high. Minimize. Flash has come out. Mundy not going to land his shots. Jump coming in. Snowy is the last player standing to try and deny this match point, to deny this third game from happening. Minimize finds it. And Minimize finds 20 on the board. Match point here for Nebula in this second game. Looking to go to the split here out of Cider. And what a resurgent performance this is from Nebula. They were down and out. They lost 13 to 10 on Ascent. Their map pick. They're looking to steal away Pigeons and go to this third. It's all up to this play. Dart. Issa. Going to be spotting two. Here's the owl drone come out. Here's the bouncy. Here's the rolling thunder. Popped by Mundy. Issa's taken out, though. Mundy's still in his sight. He's able to find Devour. Shot lands. Another. Now, Mundy's in a crucial position here. He's holding down this U-Haul. Molly's tossed. Concussion comes out. They're feeling the pain. Another shot comes in from Mazza. What is going on right now? If you're the side of Nebula, they seem to be losing them all. Snowy takes the final kill on an eco of all things, the half by. It's going to be Pigeon Esports taking that round. A gun on the floor, pings. 9th for Pigeon Esports. Nebula, they take match point, but they're not done with this game just yet. Odin hovered by Royals. Sorry. Ultimates available. Knives, Hunter's Fury, and the Orbital Strike. For the showstopper of Nebula. Gonna go towards this A site yet again. They can see pings on the map. Camera goes high for Snowy, Dart, Cage, everything. It's gonna be up to the A-hold again. Drone. Gonna go to U-Haul. Snowy spots it. Drone returned by Issa. Smoke goes out. There's 2 going towards the U-Haul. Hunter's Fury popped by Issa. He's looking to land at point blank. He's looking to sink it deep. There's a push in though. Issa takes out Devour. And Snowy takes out Tax. He's got his teammates back. Ronan able to take another. That's spiked down in A. And it's going to be up to Minimize. He's up in the shower flank. He's up on the play. Flash goes high. Deny Minimize the peak. They just don't need to over push here. For the side. Minimize to take out Snowy. Issa. Mundy. 2v2. Nebula. Game points. Spike in the hands of Mundy. Perhaps to come in from the wall. Bang. Fault line concussion. Landed on the Minimize. 35 seconds on the clock. Play towards short. Sends a dart out to Mundy.
30 seconds left.
It's going to be immediately shot. Immediately taken. Dink on to Mundy though. He's taken quite low. It's going to be up to Issa as Minimize drops Mundy. Issa swaps out to the Vandal. Rez comes in to play. Issa is playing for the time. He's playing for the plant. He knows he just has to delay the time. He just delays the peak, but Minimize holds it from the shower line. He knows